This is Toy Spell, and today we're looking at Nezha from Fancy Realm. I got the deluxe version, so I got this as well. This is some kind of bonus. I kind of forget, to be honest. We'll get into that as well. Okay, so here is the front of the box. There's the side of the box. There is the back of the box. And there's the other side. This is on the top of the box. And this is underneath the box. And this is what the back of the box supposedly says according to my iPhone. And this is what happens when we open the box. Oh, dang. Look at that. Very cool. This seems to be becoming very common when it comes to some of the import figures that I've been getting, like the Chinese mythical ones, Wukong and such. But there's a little peek of the Nezha we're about to look at. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this much stuff. I haven't even gone to the bonus yet, but this is a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. Like, goodness gracious, this is a lot of stuff. And I still have this to go through. So let's open this up next. We got an extra head in it, and then 2 hands and the stand thing. So if you need a point of reference for the future, this is the head that came in the extra box. It is super clean and really nice looking. And these are the hands that came in the extra box. This bonus stand is gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. But let me tell you what, it is ridiculously difficult to assemble. It's got these little T-hooks, and you're supposed to slide them into the other piece, and none of them fit. I had to heat it up multiple times and use like a flat end screwdriver to get it in there, and it's still, like this one you can see is still sticking out. Ugh. I don't know if it was worth it, but it is really pretty when it's assembled. All right, let's go through these massive amount of accessories. The first head was that bonus head. It looks like it's all just one sculpt, so there's no face swapping or anything with this hair. Another head sculpt, another head sculpt, and a little chubby head sculpt, because traditionally Nezha is supposed to be like a chubby little boy who kind of looks like a girl. So all 3 head sculpts next to each other. This one's the multi-head head sculpt. This is for when he transforms into like a really awesome demon version of himself. Then we've got his 4 bonus arms, which also go with that same transformation. And these hands are presumably swappable, which is why we got multiples of a couple of the hands. We got 2 flat palms. We got 2 of these more Dharmic or Buddhist hands, maybe Taoist hands. These relaxed but reach-in hands. We got gripping hands and gripping hands. 2 gorgeous swords, one with a red hilt, one with a blue hilt. Look at these. And if you wanted them to be all glowy and energy-y, 2 more swords. Known as the Hoop God the Sun, so here's one of his hoops. And here it is, all glowy. His fire wheels that he rides on. So these are like basically his roller skates that give out fire and their loops, and he can throw them, and yeah, they're cool. Here is a tablet of gold that's double-sided with a stamp on either side. That's pretty freaking cool. And a real quick search told me that this was Nezha's golden brick, which is one of his weapons. I'll have to look more into that and see how he uses it as a weapon. But there you go. This I did decide says Nezha on it, or Nezha. We got a spear here. It's very, very nicely detailed. Very cool. But not only do I have this one spear, I have this spear too. And the only difference I can tell is one has a darker red. They look the same to me, so battle damage versus not battle damage. And we have this. This is one of his weapons. This is the demon subduing handle with like a lotus motif. Very cool. A beautiful red satiny scarf, which is also one of his weapons, his binding scarf. Very cool. And it is wired. And a stand, when all assembled, looks like this. Pretty cool. I like that there's like fire behind it. I assume maybe you put the little nameplate there and boom, you have a Nezha display. And of course the incredibly unstable Golden Lotus Nezha stand thing. There it is. And now for Nezha. Like, geez, he looks clean. He looks very nice. These are a rubber. I kind of don't like that. I don't like them, but if they're going to be there, I'm happy they're rubber instead of like a hard plastic. They will get out of the way, and they give him a nice flow. So I guess I should, I mean, maybe I'm eating my words later in this review, but they're there. So here is nice close-ups of him. Look at the subtle pink shading on his arm and his back and his other arm. It really does a great job on the flesh tones. There's some there as well. Oh, that's really nice. It's not just a straight flesh tone. All right, let's go over some of his articulation. His head can only look up that much and look down this much. It is on a ball, but that's all the mobility you're getting out of it. It can tilt very, very little. This gorgeous piece around his neck is free floating, so you can move that, and it's kind of soft, so it should get out of the way no matter what you do. I just noticed on the back he has this little lotus-shaped pedal that comes off, and that's where you would put the arms. So that's pretty cool, but we'll get to that later. On his arms, he does have butterfly joints, so those are kind of stiff right now. With a little heating up to his side here, that was able to move. So now you got good flexibility there. His shoulder goes up 90 degrees, pretty much flush against his body. His arm band here does a really good job of hiding that bicep cut, so you can swivel that. His actual bicep is double jointed. Really good range there. Not flush, but really good range. And then here on his wrist, he does have that the ball hinge, so you can do that pretty far actually, either way. And then of course you can rotate it all around and get that hinge going however you want to go. Now the bottom pieces of his skirt are really, really soft, but it gets really hard right around here. So for the torso, he can go back ridiculously far. He might have a joint down here and up here, I can't quite tell. But forward, actually forward's going pretty far. It's further than I thought. That's a pretty good bow. The torso tilt's pretty good too, so you can go there or there, and then of course he can turn. His hips look like they have a lot of clearance here, so these are ball joints it looks like. His leg goes forward pretty much 90 degrees. That's pretty good. That's really good actually. And it goes back not as far. Yeah, the butt is actually stopping it, not the skirt. For the splits, he can go out further on this side than he can this side, just because of this blocking it, this little skirt part. And then he does have a cut here, so there is a lot of swivel. Looking at the knees, you can see they are double jointed. The double joint goes pretty far. Under these bracelets or anklets, he does have some ankle articulation. It's on that ball hinge, just like his wrist. So his ankle points just about that much. It's hidden in the back. You can kind of see it there. And then forward, it goes about that much. Of course, you can also turn it and tilt it. That's the great thing about these kind of joints. This guy is gorgeous, so let's start posing him up. Please don't expect me to use all of his hand sculpts, his heads, his accessories in his poses here, because that's a lot of stuff, and I'm probably not going to hit that many poses with him. First, we got him in a fighting pose. I don't know why I wanted to put him in this pose, but he looks good, so why not? Walking menacingly with his swords. Also changed out the head sculpt. And in another pose where he has both swords. He looks so good like this. His spear and a sword. Just a quick head swap, basically. Had to really pull back for this one. Now he's on his stand, all of his arms, head change, all of his weapons, and the sash. This is him going hard, and he's got the 2 fire wheels on his feet, which we do need to speak about though. Quick interlude to talk about these, which this is what annoys me. These awesome fire wheels that he rocks on like roller skates have specific shape pegs on them, so they only fit in the specific foot in the orientation that it's given. Whereas this one fits in fine. Maybe you can see it on camera, see what the issue is here, but this peg needs to be facing this way to fit in. Which means we have to now flip it and put it in like this, and now one wheel is always going backwards. There's no way to flip that around. You saw that it had the shaped hole. It's always going to go backwards. Not a fan. And another one where he's holding all of his weapons, but in a more hovering pose. He's still pretty angry, unless you look at that side. And a slightly more peaceful pose. And again, without all the violence and the extra arms and the flaming hair and the angry face, and yeah. honestly, most of the time, the only weapon he really needs is that ribbon. It does what he tells him to do. It does what he tells it to do. Let's move on to some size comparisons. If you bought Nezha, I'm sure you probably also bought a Wukong, so let me go over some of the more common Wukongs. Figura Obscura, Noda Studios, Wukong's pretty small there, and the Fury Toys Wukong. I think this Wukong is maybe a little too big. And because I just reviewed him, the Fury Toys Mini Monkey or Monkey Soldier or whatever it is. Then you have Boba Fett here, Star Wars Black Series, McFarlane Batman, and honestly, Nezha's supposed to be like a god, but he's supposed to be a kid-sized god. So this isn't that bad of a look. And some Jazzwares Fortnite and a NECA Predator. Well, what do I think? Should you get this? Should you not? Honestly, there really is some good and some bad. The fact that one of these has to be facing backwards at all times honestly infuriates me. I really, really do not like that. And even though this is an incredibly gorgeous head sculpt, I think it would have been awesome if we could have taken the head out and had long hair for any of the other faces. Like, why is this face not interchangeable? Only those ones, you know, like this can't go in there with the long hair. They can only be with short hair. So if you want the long hair, it has to be with this face. And this is just a minor gripe, but like every single one of these hands needs heated up to put on the wrist, which is nice because that means it's not going to fall off the wrist. But that's a lot of hands to keep changing and heating up if you're going to change all of these. Oh yeah, and this stand, like this was really bothersome. This annoyed me. You can see that this still isn't in. I kind of forgot about it. It wasn't in this last photo, so now it's gonna go in here. Super pretty though, super pretty. But that's all the negatives. I mean, there were quite a few and they do bother me, but that's all of them. The positives are the insane attention to detail, like the paint on this, the sculpt on this, like the faces look beautiful. They all look incredibly good. Even this one that I had a gripe about, that looks good. This, all three of the heads look good. Even the chubby head. Where is he? This head. I kind of think this one's awesome. I love it. And the sheer amount of accessories. That's a lot of accessories to play around with. And I guess the main thing about an action figure is its articulation. This guy has really, really solid and smooth articulation. So if articulation is what you're concerned about, like even these ones, even these arms have great articulation with the double joint. So that's it. That's my review. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stay safe and have fun. Goes where he has both swords.